Imagine being that guy that said to the Beatles, like, "Oh, you guys suck."
Yeah.
Yeah, play that back.
Random thing too.
Yeah, hit me.
Where's my mouse? Oh, there we go. What do you think is the most influential artist of all time?
Oh,
this is so interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, like most people would say the Beatles.
My boy. Yes. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because so they've done this with. I don't know how I got in. I think I was in a Michael Jackson mood, and I was just listening to shit, and I was like, he influential. But this one's done 100 most influential artists according to basically like how many artists they have influenced.
Right.
And yeah, dude, Beatles,
Man.
dude, second. Who would you think second is? And then I'll tell you the stats. So first was the Beatles.
Yeah.
Who influenced, according to this study of 54,000 artists, had influenced 1,230 of those artists.
Out of 54,000.
Yeah, not as big as I thought it did. But who do you think number 2 would be?
Sorry, we'll talk about
Number 2. Sorry, bad pun there. Second was only 669.
Jeez.
Like
it's like half.
Yeah, literally from 1 to 2. Stop with the poop jokes.
I'm a child. Okay, I'm a child. First to second. Shit, Elvis,
That was my guess.
That was my guess. Elvis.
Jimi Hendrix,
Elvis is like, I don't even know where the numbers are because they don't show you the numbers after like
10.
0.
Like 0.
Elvis looks like it's down to like 23, 24.
So who is that?
He's only at
Population.
273.
Is it Michael Jackson?
No, I thought that
definitely
too.
not.
Michael Jackson's down at like 40 something.
Who else could it be? Ray Charles? No.
I can't even see him on here.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of who influenced me.
Bob Dylan.
Yeah. Fair. No, that's fair.
So Bob Dylan, Rolling Stones, David Bowie, Velvet Underground,
Rolling
the
Stones,
Beach
that-
Boys is like number 6.
Yeah, the Beach Boys had a really cool their soundscape.
Yeah.
It was really, really inventive.
But it's really interesting because like you look at the most influential artists and they're around the same era. I mean, I guess it's where music really started popping off in like every sense of the word, like pop.
Yeah.
You know, like
100%. Well,
they've got an unfair advantage. Like you can't compare Drake because Drake's like they've got 40, 50 years.
generations.
Yeah, you know, like.
Yeah.
But Bob Dylan, fucking like
No,
I know, but I didn't think he'd be
that-
number 2.
You know what? That's bad on my part because I talk to Danny all the time, and Bob Dylan's basically like the greatest songwriter we've ever had
Yeah,
to date.
yeah, he
Like
is.
to date.
He just didn't give a fuck.
His
That was what was
lyrics
good
and
about
like
him.
the music, but like it was so raw, but the way he said everything was so insane.
Yeah. And he didn't please people. He did what he wanted.
Yeah,
Because
100%.
I was listening to a story about him and like he was one of the early guys that did electric guitar. You know, like Bob Dylan has his whole sound. Everyone's like, you know, fucking praising him and everything. Like he has his sound, influential. And then he gets up on stage and just plugs in this electric guitar. And everyone's like, oh, what the fuck is that? Like they're horrified. And he's like, deal with it. This is where it's going.
Yeah.
Like he didn't care. He's like, all right, I've hit the top. I'm going to go back and push myself further.
Yeah.
Dude, like that takes balls, man. Like when you're riding on a coattail of success, like the fact that you're that young and you still don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like he had the wisdom at 20 of what people struggle to get by the time they're 50.
No, it's insane. Yeah, that totally makes sense. That's crazy. Yeah, because I mean, like, yeah, pop wasn't really a thing. Like, you know, we never had pop stars.
Yeah.
Until the Beatles.
Yeah.
Like they were the pop stars.
And what's cool is like they got told by so many studios that there would never be anything. They lack creativity.
Yeah.
And their sound was awful. Fuck. Imagine being that guy that said to the Beatles, like, oh, you guys suck.
Yeah. Well, the guy,
Ouch.
was it George Harrison, who was the engineer
Yeah.
at Abbey Road. The amount of innovative things that he did for their sound, like Abbey Road was really strict with the rules of how you use the equipment in the studio. So certain microphones were only used for certain instruments.
Really?
Yeah. Like it was like that, and this like back in this era, like when you were recording amount of instruments and things like that, you had minimal space. Like tape only had a certain amount of channels.
Oh yeah, fuck! I forget about tape. Like
Right?
that was
So
the thing, hey?
they had to. Everything had to be so planned in how they attacked the recording stage.
Yeah.
And when these guys came in, they were just like, "No, you know what? Fuck you."
Yeah.
Like in one song, all the drums are on the right hand side, and then the vocals are on the left hand side. It's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's what that's. Look, if that's cool, whatever, it's fine. But
they weren't afraid to experiment.
No,
Man.
well, like
and that takes balls in itself.
100%, because the rules were if you did stuff like that, you lose your job.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like they were doing all this stuff, and like it was like, okay, cool.
But that again goes to show you it's like there's a time, and this is always easier said than done. I think everyone likes to again be like the Monday quarterback where they're like, this is all you have to do, but it's like, cool, you do it, bro. Realize how hard it is, but that's the thing. It's like
sure, right, 60 hit songs.
yeah. It's just easy. That's all you got to do for succeed.
60 number ones, yeah, that's fine, man. Whatever, it's cool.
Man. But that's the thing. They took a punt. They were lucky. Like, and there's so much luck in it too. Like, you need, if you're going to take a huge fucking risk against everyone who's knows how to do it, quotation marks, you need that to pop. Yeah. And you need it to pop a little bit bigger or a lot bigger than what they expect.
Huge impact.
That's the thing. And you like, again, it's like there's where that luck is. Like, maybe, I mean, I'm hypothesizing with this, maybe the one person that heard it was like, holy shit, and then pushed it. Same thing happened with In Excess. I can't remember what the name of their manager was, but the In Excess, their album Kick almost got crushed. The label would not do it. Like Kick, their biggest fucking album. Yeah. They, so I think it's Ryan Murphy, maybe was his name, their agent, manager. And so they went to the execs of the label. Label's like, hate it. Fucking hate this thing. It's disgusting. It's not their old sound. Anyway, it's not going to see the light of day. So what their manager did was like, all right. So all the guys from NXS were like, oh shit, okay, this is crap. The manager went downstairs to the PR and marketing team, and he goes, all right, they love this, push it. Went directly past the CEOs, went straight to the marketing team. The marketing team's, okay, cool. Like, I'm going to trust that this guy is telling us the truth. Yeah. They push the stuff, they release it, and it blows up. But again, that album probably never would have seen the light of day unless Ryan Murphy, I hope he's named right, but unless he was just like, you know what, fuck this. I know it's good.
That's nuts.
And just override and take the balls. Like, because if he got caught and it hadn't blown up, I mean, who knows? In Excess could be like, dude, you almost, like, you could have fucked us. You're out. Yeah. Like, again, it's a bit of luck.
That's crazy. That's so crazy.
But something like that, like an iconic album like Kick, it required blatant lying to the marketing team and stabbing a CEO in the back, figuratively speaking. Like,
that's awesome though.
That is cool. Is NXS even on? NXS isn't even on this list. That is hurtful.
You love NXS.
Look, man, they're my childhood.
Yeah, fair enough.